You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I was born ready.
Season 2, episode 3?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a really long time. I feel like something's going on with you, Colin.
With me?
Yeah.
What's going on with me?
I don't know, man. I mean, I haven't seen you in a long time. I know something's going on. I don't know what it is, and I doubt you'll say it, but something's up.
I'll be honest, all right? I'm going to be honest. I'm an honest guy. It's very important to the podcast. Look, this season, man, I'm just worried because, you know, sometimes we have good conversations, and that's all content for the podcast. So I've been trying to save every inch of conversation for only when we're here so that we get the best. I'm trying to, you know, expand our content here, you know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so this is episode 3, and I don't know. It's you know, I don't have much. I don't really have any good stories.
You don't have
Just
any
a lot
good
of bad stories. One kind of funny thing happened.
Okay, let's hear it.
After the passing of my grandmother, the woman, she lived in like a Jewish old age kind of apartment, and the woman who worked at the desk, very nice woman. She let us visit her all the time, even though that was illegal. But anyway, she was talking to us, and she said, well, your grandmother's with Jesus now. And I was like, and we all kind of looked at each other, and we're just like, are we going to say anything? And we were just like, thanks.
I mean, yeah, she probably meant well.
But how did she not know? It's the most Jewish place I've ever seen.
Maybe she was hopeful for herself. You know what I mean? She was like, you know what? I'm just going to say it.
I think she did. I think she just had a real lapse of judgment. Yeah. I mean, I don't, no offense taken. It was just like.
That would have been so funny if you barked back at her. You're like, oh, you mean a carpenter? My grandma's with the carpenter now. Okay. You just go full into it. That could have been funny. But I understand why you did what you did. That was very sweet of you. Wow. Just listen to season 2, episode 3, starting with every possible sound that's not us talking.
Dude, shit's falling apart.
I know.
Just in general, really.
What do we do? Do we just keep going?
Let's keep going.
Wait, I'm gonna
check it.
You guys are gonna watch me right now. Check the mics to make sure. I mean, I don't want to restart. I mean, this season is all about being a genuine kind of person, you know? Being as honest as could be. We're not putting on a show for you guys. We're giving you insight into who we are. That's what's important.
Yeah, I guess can't argue with that. That is true.
You hear the roommates in the other room. You hear the sounds of the honking, and you hear, of course. Okay, it stops the second I plug it in.
And you hear the.
There it is.
What do you think?
I'm hearing it a little bit.
That's fine.
I'm hearing it enough that it'll be
just
annoying.
Feel like we're at a little league game or something. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely getting those vibes. It sounds like with my roommates next door, it sounds like the kid who's always at the baseball game with the iPad with the full volume.
Yeah, but no, because at least my memories of Little League, that didn't exist.
Oh, I mean, I guess.
I'm feeling Little League right now. I'm have that nice dried sweat all over me. It feels like summer.
We were just talking about this before. I mean, this is quality conversation, of course.
I was just going to say the wrong angle to be taking right now.
But we were talking about this right before that we've lost that 2 weeks of beautiful Miami weather when we come back to school. And it's just
yeah, it's so hot.
It reminds you of a summer up north. Zach explained it. You explain it again because you've said this so well to me in the past.
Oh, it feels like school's about to end.
Yeah.
And in reality, it's the opposite.
It's like when you're back up north, it's like middle school or maybe even elementary school.
It's the best time of your life. And all you're thinking about is where are we playing handball?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the picnics? Watermelon in the Tupperware already sliced up. I mean, that's it.
Now we're 21.
Have you ever done
fucking crazy
the watermelon? I've been talking about this with my friends for years. Is you cut like 3 holes in a big watermelon, and you put like a Monster Boy of vodka, gin, and tequila, and then you put it in the fridge. Yeah, the fridge for 24 hours. And then you getting this? And then
Yeah, maybe I should be writing this
the
down.
next day, you know, go to the park, bring some beach chairs, and just eat the watermelon.
And then throw it at some kids. You're gonna
Yeah.
go.
But apparently
dark
you
on
eat
it.
like one slice and you're like just completely drunk.
I've never heard of this before. I mean, it sounds like it
Sounds
would work.
great.
It sounds like that would probably not taste very watermelon good. Right?
I don't know.
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
But that's the key though, is you put it in the fridge for 24 hours, so it like really.
The flavors. What are the
Yeah.
other things? It's vodka.
Well, you can kind of do whatever, but I think you're supposed to stick with like the clear.
Yeah, of course. That'd be weird if it was
Clear
like
oxo.
a bourbon watermelon.
Yeah, vermouth.
Oh God, that's crazy, man.
Oh, what did you think about Chris D'Elia's apology?
Oh yeah, can we talk about this?
Yeah.
I would show the video, but
Oh, that's something we could talk about.
I mean, we could talk about this. I wasn't gonna do it this earlier.
Like the Hasid's gonna watch it.
He might. I don't know. All right.
We gotta tell
we
the
gotta
story.
tell the story. All right. So I'm having like both Zach and I. Zach's definitely having a worse week than I am, but having a pretty rough, busy fucking week. You know, we barely found time to record this episode right now. And I wake up at 6 a.m. to a buzzing because I forgot to put my phone on fucking silent. Rookie mistake. And I get an email from YouTube saying that let me read the whole. This is a good opportunity for me to read the entire story.
Hi, this is Chaim from YouTube.
No, well, it wasn't even. It was completely automated. Hi, My Gut Podcast. I mean, given we have 3 subscribers right now on YouTube, and the video had 11 views. Due to a copyright takedown notice we received, we had to take down your video from YouTube. Video title Season 2, Episode 1, the first episode, Phone Booth. Taken down by this company called. But the worst part about it. Fucking,
I'm loving it,
God,
man.
dude.
It all works for the vibe.
All right.
Just keep
well,
going,
yeah, it's
man.
just explaining like how
Not
this is like
putting on
the
any
worst shit
airs.
ever. So, not only did they take it down, which would have been its own thing, but they hit us with a copyright strike. So to anyone out there who isn't exactly keen on all the YouTube bullshit, terminology, a copyright strike is basically like it's a strike taken on your account. It's like it's on record. So if you get one other video taken down by a copyright strike, your YouTube account will probably be deleted, especially for us who we made the YouTube account like less than a month ago. So these motherfuckers took it down. I look at the video. You know why they took it down? The Anthony Weiner freak out. Are you fucking kidding me? You wanted that video so bad? Are you kidding me?
We got wienered.
Meanwhile, we definitely did. The joke of the matter is there's like fucking 10 of these videos. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to find another clip and just splice it in. It's probably going to take me like 2 hours because the whole thing takes like an hour to render when I'm done. But it gives me time to fix a few other things. I totally forgot to put that picture of me dressed up as Michael Jackson when I was for Halloween. So I could fix that.
That's really key.
And yeah, when I noticed it happened, I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to redo the whole episode because of this. Well, now I have the perfect opportunity.
How did you know the guy's Hasidic?
Well, then this is where I went from here. So I'm like furious. I'm like absolutely pissed off. It's literally 5:48 in the morning. This is on Wednesday. I look them up and they're on Instagram. I can't show this for legal reasons. But it's just
Let me see.
yeah, you
I might
scroll
know these
through.
guys.
Dude, there's like videos of them performing.
Oh, that's my cousin.
But it's, dude, and the worst thing about it is this company takes horrible pictures. Like the pictures that they have on there are iPhone like videos of different iPhone videos of
Dude,
like
wait, is this a guy or like an?
it's a guy, but he registered as a company. I don't know how big their team is. I know nothing about anything about these guys. So I was pissed. I see him on Instagram, and for a company. Oh, I probably shouldn't have. I'm gonna bleep out the name of the company. I don't want to. I don't want them even to have the satisfaction. But yeah, this company, they took our video down.
Wow.
And all the
that's
pictures on their
sorry.
account suck. They're all just iPhone, like they took it on their phone. And like this is what they consider like. So anyway, here I want to read the DMs.
Yeah.
So I sent a huge DM to
I like it though. They got the Jews for Trump videos. So.
like unironic, like they're for Trump.
100%. Right there.
Yeah, fuck these guys, man. Anyway, so I sent like a decently nice message, I felt like. I said, hi, how's it going? We're a podcast who's just a few months old on YouTube, and we just got a copyright takedown from you guys for a clip of Anthony Weiner freaking out in a bakery. I mean, just like that sentence alone is just like, go fuck yourself. Like, really? You're going to take down the podcast for that? Okay. I said, I was curious if you had any proof that the clip was yours. We'll gladly use one of the literal 10 different camera angles on YouTube that they have of this video. I just want to make sure when it takes me 2 hours to scrub the whole thing that I'm doing it for legitimate reasons. So yeah, it's 5:48 in the morning. I'm a little pissed.
Yeah.
Then I write this. Also for the future, giving someone a copyright strike on YouTube is a huge deal. This will affect us for a long time in the future because if anyone gives us any form of copyright strike again, we will never be allowed to post videos on YouTube anymore.
You went for guilt.
Well, he should be guilty.
That was your angle.
This podcast is purely a passion project, and my friend Zach and I are making literally no money from it at this point. By claiming this video, you won't even get any money as we aren't making a cent from the production of this podcast.
Because
it's like
true.
So why, they're going through this whole process of going, they have to fill out a whole form to make it a strike instead of it just being like a copyright notice. And for something that they won't make any money off of, it's a total ego trip. Not to mention the video isn't even that great quality. It's like, anyone who saw the episode, you saw it's like shitty. And Wall Street Journal used it. We really used it from Wall Street Journal. So I don't understand, but these guys must have paid for it. I guess Wall Street Journal, bought it off of these guys. Fucking.
How did they like figure this out?
So they said later in the DMs, they work with it's a company that like has all of their videos and then they're just constantly using bots to scan all YouTube videos for it. Gotcha. So what they did is they saw that this existed and immediately they're like, boom, take it down.
Sure. Well, what's funny though is if you keep going, because I was reading this on the bus, is it goes from like just real nasty business talk to at the end you guys are like pals.
It was weird.
You're yucking it up. Man.
Honestly, by the end he might actually be a guest on this podcast.
At the end he was like, I think he said, "Oh, I'll check it out. I'll listen to the podcast."
Check out the podcast.
I'm like, wait a second.
So that's why I'm like, should we be talking about this? But I think it's.
I don't hate the guy. You seem to have some.
Well, I was really pissed at first, but
him.
You'll as you go through the DMs, you see that I'm just like, because the guy is like, he just didn't know the full situation. And
I do like that he said I can sue you for
$25,000. It's a 1 minute video. In our podcast episode was an hour and a half. Technically by the courts, it's considered fair use. I mean, we stop it every few seconds and we have commentary. Like we did a transformative analysis of the work. We didn't just put it completely in its
I'm going to sue the shit out of you.
For what? It's anyway, I was really pissed about this whole thing because listen to where it goes from here. All content is copyrighted and strictly enforced. Media contracts with my company for content and we protect each other. Anyone stealing, like I personally wouldn't consider this like stealing.
We're thieves.
Anyone stealing gets flagged and in most cases sued, and we have never lost a case in the past 15 years. Like he's trying to flex that on me.
I like that.
Yeah, because probably only 2 people actually were willing to go to court. I mean, it's YouTube. Like there's probably less than 1% of people on the planet that use YouTube for money at all. You know what I mean? That like make you as their career. So for, maybe I'm generalizing, but I'm willing to say that probably for most people, if this happened to them like us, they would just be like, well, it's not worth the hassle. I mean, we're going to take it down and I'm going to have to re-upload the whole thing and go crazy about this shit. But so anyway, copyright infringement cases are clear cut, which they're not. Copyright infringement cases are one of the things that are the least clear cut.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
All this stuff on YouTube, it's this gray line where a fair use, it's a fight all the time for these people. I mean, all the content I watch, they always struggle with people claiming their shit. It's not clear cut. It's the responsibility of others to know what they're doing, and judges will never buy the argument of not profiting or didn't know.
It's funny he says that. I've thought about that so many times. If I were to I'm surprised. Like, I wonder if people can win cases by just claiming ignorance.
Not ignorance, but I don't know. We're not making any money from it, so I don't know. I don't. You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm a lawyer. And this guy, it seems like they would probably have some good people. So because they're flexing, they haven't.
Dude,
lost.
have you ever thought about that though? Like someone who like gets like charged for tax evasion, but like literally didn't know taxes existed.
Well, yeah, but that's the reason why there are so many people who get, you know, in trouble from the IRS, because it's so hard to figure out.
Yeah.
That's on purpose. It's a fucked up thing. You know, the New York Times wrote a scathing piece on people stealing and then giving the excuse you gave, and you're telling me my company won't make money. Is this a threat or something?
Yeah,
from
I
you?
like that.
I mean, look, I came a little aggressive in part of that last message, but
You should have just said yes.
Well, if I said yes, he would have been like, all right, calling my fucking
I'm calling
lawyer
the
friends.
police.
So I'm like, there is no threat in what I'm saying at all. I'm a college student, my friend. Because it's true. You
said you called him my friend.
Yeah, I said, there is no threat in what I'm saying at all. I'm a college student, comma, my friend.
Nice. I like that.
Flag goes off after a few months if YouTube and other social media companies see it as a one-time mistake that you're claiming, which that isn't true. That is not true. When there is a strike on your account, the person who gave the strike has to go in and undo it. It's a whole process. Because if I try and fight it, YouTube's going to be like, oh, he's trying to like take this shit to court or something like that, which, you know, it's ridiculous. In general, be careful because companies work hard for content and don't want, you know, and during COVID times, don't want people ripping us off.
He just slipped
it's like
it
dropping the COVID times thing.
Why not?
Like,
why not? Just throw it in there.
All right, man. You know, and I said this is all a learning experience for me. If you watch the episode, you'd see that we're two young college students reacting to things that are online. This is our 14th episode. I haven't had an issue yet because we're giving commentary and didn't show the entirety of the clip. We could probably have grounds to consider fair use. However, I don't want to make a big deal out of this, so I'm just going to drop it. If it's possible for you to take the strike off the account so you don't get completely blocked by YouTube, it would be greatly appreciated. Then he's like, we contract companies with major media companies. You know, he keeps going on and explaining how it was flagged and how they found it. And he said, this particular video would cost $25,000. You should be happy we didn't sue. Dude, if he sued, it would be thrown out of court like instantly. I mean, we took the video down. The video was taken down right away. It had 11 views. I mean, if this guy got a lawyer to sue us for $25,000 for a video with 11 views, he would have like the best lawyer on the planet. It'd be Kardashian was the one who got OJ off,
Robert
right?
Kardashian.
Yeah. So
even though he was actually a pretty minor lawyer in that case.
Wait, that like started his career kind of, right? Or like really boosted his career? Well, I said, well, thank you for not suing, obviously. Haha. I'm in class right now.
I love that little ha in there.
I'm in class right now. I'll send you a link after. Oh, and he said it's not fair use by law. Law is clear what fair use is. It isn't, though. I'm telling you it isn't. Like, you could look this up. Like, fair use is not clear cut. It's one of the most on YouTube and social media and everything. I mean, there's a huge issue on Facebook right now of people just posting other people's content with not adding anything to it. And they get like 1 million views. Like, you see these awful videos on Facebook where it's like a video and then in the top it says some bullshit. Like, it's a caption on the actual video. And it says something like, you know, like if this made you laugh, or I can't believe he did this with like laughing emojis. It's like scum. It's like, but the millions of views, no punishments. We take like a minute-long clip of Anthony Weiner being like a douchebag. I mean, we were sticking up for the Jewish guy too, man.
Well, they're both Jewish.
Well, I guess you're right. But I don't know. It just pisses me off, the whole thing.
How old do you think this guy is?
He's old. He types like a fucking idiot. All of a sudden, he's like, read the laws. It's not simple. Yeah.
Dude, I hope this guy sues us.
No,
he
I
would
don't.
Win.
I don't have time to be sued.
Dude, Hasids win every case ever.
Dude, I don't want to get sued for this.
I'm down. Why not?
You could take the hit.
I'll do it. I'll defend myself.
So yeah, then he started getting on my side though.
I'll go my cousin Vinny.
Oh my god, that movie's classic, bro.
It's a good one.
He said, now I've read the laws and it's not simple. Many laws are new over the last few years to protect us in the media business. He said, just keep in touch.
I like that one.
I'll send you a postcard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he just kind of kept going on and on. He's like, I don't want you to lose anything on the stuff you do, especially if you're a college kid. Send me the link later and I'll take a look. So he's like, now he's into it. Yeah. He's going to buy a t-shirt soon enough. Yeah. And yeah, then I sent him the link later that night and he didn't respond or view it.
That hurts.
And it's been 4 days now.
That hurts.
So is he lying to me?
think he is. Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
That hurts. Being
But-
ghosted by a 65-year-old man doesn't feel good.
I mean, look, he was out to get me at first, then he was my friend. What are we now?
Lovers,
Lovers.
no more.
That's right.
What do you think of reaction videos?
Okay. It depends on what it is. Some of them are really awful. Some of them are the worst things on the internet.
Aren't all of them?
Well, some reaction videos are more commentary. You know, they take a break and they break it down. They research it maybe even. But pure reaction videos where it's literally like we're sitting here right now. There's like a shitty YouTube video. The worst. This is the worst type of reaction video. And you know, anyone at home, send us an email. Or honestly, just fucking DM us, man. I mean, we got fucking media companies DMing us now. I mean, we're going off. At My Gut Podcast on Instagram. And admin at my butt. Fucking hell. I'm not even cutting that out. Admin at mygutpodcast.com is our email. Send us anything you want.
Really
even
rolls off the
explicit
tongue.
things.
You can just remember that one.
Yeah. I might put text there. And if I don't, I'm sorry. I'm lazy and busy. So where's I going with that?
Reaction videos.
Yeah, reaction videos. So the whole thing's crazy because the worst type of reaction videos, and you guys could agree or disagree with me, are the ones where they react to music for the first time. Have you ever seen these before?
No.
Motherfucker just sitting there watching the Bohemian Rhapsody music video for the first time. As if he's like, I've never heard this song before. Everyone's talking about it.
Dude, the only reason I'm mentioning this is because I was trying to find, Doug Stanhope?
No.
He's like one of my, I'd say he's one of my favorite comedians. He like his thing is like the like thrift shop suits. You've never seen his stuff? He was on Louis and stuff. Anyway, he has this great like 10-minute bit on one of his specials about don't work hard. How like working hard is like one of the worst things you can do. It's great, but I couldn't they must have taken it off YouTube because the only video I found of it was like literally two like obese black women drinking like McDonald's something and watching it, and it was so annoying because I had to listen to like 3 seconds of it, and then I just heard these two women like talk. I don't know why they were watching this. Doug Stanhope's like the exact opposite of that. He's like as white as it gets. Dude, it was such a bummer.
The whole thing's
and I
really
watched
weird.
the entire thing because I
But
just
there's
wanted to watch
tons of
it.
people who do it though.
No, I know. Yeah.
And what they do is, the thing that's most confusing about it is they really play up the laughter. But they get like
Yeah.
a following because of it. I mean, is it just people just want someone to curate like content, like find videos online for them to watch? Do they really like the person? I mean, half these people, their whole personality is just something happens. They're sitting there watching and they're like,
Yeah,
like
it's a lot of
smacking their leg,
laughing.
freaking out. Like they play up the laughter so crazy that it's so obviously forced. But people like watch, like there's millions of views. I don't understand, man. Maybe we're in the wrong industry. We're going to school for music. We're going to make no money. These people are out here just watching videos and like racking it in.
Yeah, but could you sleep at night
No.
by doing that? Maybe. I don't know.
Would you be able to sleep? Would you guys be able to sleep at night if that's the content we made? Should we try it?
You know what I was thinking about the other day? You ever notice how like everything ends badly? Like no matter what in life, it's gonna end poorly. Like, and it could be great for a long time. I'm not denying that, but like nothing ever like think about it. Like let's take it in terms of girls. You like see a girl looks attractive, you go up and talk to them. 50-50 shot, let's say it works out or not. Then it's like a bracket, right? Then it's like you go on a date, doesn't go well or it goes well. So like odds are you're doing well. Then you go on a couple more. It could easily still fall apart or it goes well. But let's say it all is going great and then you're together for years, right? And then it ends. It's going to feel even worse. Let's say you get married, probably going to get divorced. Even worse. Now you got kids, financial. But let's say everything works great and you get married forever. She's going to die. And
Well,
then
one of
you're
you
going to
will,
be,
yeah.
and then someone's just going to be like, the worst like ending of their life.
Well, that's why I'm all about murder suicide, like that sort of thing. Like when you're done with.
I mean,
relationship.
honestly, why not? Because it's like you start thinking like, and I'm not like advocating like just hopelessness at all, because
Well, in a way, you are.
I don't think I am, because like it can still be great for a while, but it is kind of interesting to think like there's really no there's really no good ending, you know? And like, I don't know, maybe there's something profound in that, but I'm not sure what it is.
You guys let us know. And we're starting like angry and sad.
It's a good place to be, man.
This might be one of our best already, man. Just from, I mean, you never see this side of us, I feel like. I mean, sometimes we're cynical.
Yeah.
And sometimes we say kind of more dark things, but I don't think there's ever been an episode that started cynical.
That's like a SAT word for you.
For me, fuck off, man. Now we're fighting each other. That's
what
the
does
next
the word
step.
thespian mean? Thespian.
It's like someone who works in theater.
Incorrect.
What?
Nope.
What is it then?
It's lesbian with a lisp. Sorry.
I didn't realize Mike Tyson was on the podcast.
Well, you somehow made the joke even worse. So
I'm keeping it, man.
I mean, wow. All right.
Well, his whole lisp is like his whole thing.
I mean, I don't know if that's his whole. Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, yeah.
There's a lot of famous people with lisps.
Not
Right.
all of them have eaten another person's ear. So,
all right, you saved yourself. Colin Firth
Colin Farrell
was the first person to win an Oscar.
nice.
Does he actually have a lisp, or do you just do it in King's Speech?
Oh, no, he doesn't actually have one.
Yeah.
It's-
I. So
Oh,
what
we
did you think of the D'Elia
Yes.
video?
All right, let's get back to that, man.
Dude, it was kind of weird. Like, I don't know, man. Like I think it was a smart move going. I love when people do this. They like have a huge scandal, and the way they get out of it is by like making this like bombshell, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Confession about themselves. Yeah. Like, do you remember when Kevin Spacey, that person convicted him of like pretty much raping him when he was like 14 years old?
This so much.
And then Spacey, like I'll give him credit. Like, it was probably smartest. Well, he had no chance at that point of anything else, right? So what he did was he was like, you know what? I'm going to use this to come out as gay.
He came out as gay. That was his move. I just can't believe that.
And
everyone was just like, what the fuck?
No, but like, I think it almost worked. I think it was close. Obviously it didn't, but like, I think it was his best move he had. It was worth a shot.
He lost his mind, you know.
Yeah, have you seen those videos like Let Me Be Frank?
Yeah, then he starts doing all these weird acting videos where he's like pretending to play the role from
Frank Underwood, House of Cards.
And like, but talking about kind of his situation, but as it was weird.
Dude, it's crazy.
I really recommend everyone check it out.
He did them like a year apart too. Like, he didn't forget about it.
No, he didn't. But I mean, look at where we are with D'Elia. I mean, this is the first time he's come out to speak in 6 months. Back in June.
No, way more than that.
What was that? 8 months?
Yeah, I guess not way more, but yeah, more than 6 months.
I mean, it's crazy. I was shocked when I saw that in my sub box on YouTube. I immediately texted Zach. I'm like, no fucking way. And you're like, I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but he just looks fucking sad.
Yeah, but he didn't even say if he's like coming back or not, really.
No, he kind of did at the end.
Did he?
He kind of did. He was saying that he wants to grow from this.
Yeah.
And get past it. Then this random other chick posted a video talking about Chris D'Elia, her experience with him. And I mean, I saw up until the point where she changes her mind, and then read the comments, and I was just pissed off enough about it. Because it's, you know, it's just, these things are complicated, right? And it's true. Like she had like a creepy, weird encounter with Crystalia, who was older than her and in a position of power where, you know, but after a show, someone invites you back to the place. It's probably going to go there. Probably.
I'm still confused really as like what he did that
But,
wrong,
you know,
but
I
don't
mean, the
know.
cheating thing, I guess.
Well, that's certainly wrong, but that's not what anyone's saying.
No, everyone's making it seem like, I think it's just during this movement. I think it's just because it kind of like fits under the category. Plus, he literally played like
Isn't that
a pedophile
funny? Like he
on
cheated.
TV.
Yeah, but he didn't. None of the girls were underage.
No. Well, a few of them, two of them who he never met up with were younger, like 16 or some shit that he was
Really?
DMing. And one of them, there was a pretty damning email chain where he was like asking like a younger girl, but I think she was 18 for pictures, but it just did not look good.
Didn't look good. Yeah, I mean, it is funny that like it's a horrible, horrible thing to do, to cheat on your wife when you have a kid. That's like awful. But no one's angry at him for that.
No,
they're angry at
it's
him for like
the
I
possibility.
don't even really know.
like,
but
I guess unhonest sex, because some of them he would ask, say that there was like a party
isn't it
back
weird
at his
though?
place.
Why? So like the left is like obsessed with like sexual freedom and like sexual promiscuity for like females or like LGBTQ is like super empowering. Wouldn't that be exactly what he was doing?
Well, in the eyes of the left, you know, men are already in this position of power. So even if we did the same thing that a woman would have done and it would have been empowering, it wouldn't to the left, it would be
Yeah,
hurtful
but doesn't a
because we have
woman,
the power. We have the power.
a straight woman would need a man to be sexually promiscuous with. So,
Well, that's the big scam about a lot of it. I mean, well, I don't know. There's a weird stigma with sex where it's like only men enjoy it. It's a really weird thing. I mean, obviously with this sort of stuff, you know, with rape and all that, that's not cool. But I think with like
bold
normal,
statement. It's not cool.
It's not cool. But with normal consensual sex, there's this weird stigma that like the guys are just the horn dogs and the women are just like, fine, let's do it.
Yeah.
But women have to enjoy sex, right? I don't understand. It's
Not with you, but with a lot of others.
Oh,
I think so. I mean, well, you know what's funny, man? Like, I don't know, maybe you disagree. I think like casual sex is like incredibly dangerous. I think it's like one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
I think it's dangerous.
I think it's no coincidence that every culture in the world has really warned against that. I don't think it's a good thing. And I'm not like what's the word? What is that word?
What, incel?
No, not that. God damn it.
Prude?
Prude. There you go. Wow,
Got
nice.
it.
I'm not a prude, and if you want to do it, go for it, obviously. But, dude, I think it's like, yeah, it's not something that's like, it's not making out with someone in a car. It's not like this fun, like, drive-in movie thing, right? Like, if you're having sex with someone you intend to never see again, I don't know. Maybe it works for some people. I think that only leads to, like, a really bad... I don't think that's like right. I don't know. I just don't. I really don't. Like, I think societies that really engage in that, they don't. I mean, I guess you could make the argument though that like monogamous societies don't really do well either, but I don't know.
We're in a weird situation right now. I feel like with like the Tinder and everything, it's a weird sort of, I don't know. I think Tinder like perpetuates this sort of, like almost like a fear of missing out on your own opportunity weird thing.
Yeah.
Like people match with each other and then, you know, nothing actual happened from it at all. Even if there's like a good conversation and stuff. I don't know. I just think it puts the whole situation of casual sex in a really weird box because there's also this kind of awareness that the person you're talking to is also still scrolling through other people. So It's this kind of weird thing where they're multitasking, looking at other people and talking to you. So you don't kind of know where you stand.
I mean, if you think you can have sex with someone and then not have any emotions for that person, like that's a problem for you, I'd say.
Well, I think that's the other thing too. I think sex addiction is huge right now in a way because it's just so easy with like this sort of like these hookup apps.
Well, it is and it's not, because our generation's having less sex than any generation for the last like 200 years.
Is that true?
Oh, you haven't read about this?
No, I have not read
you
about
should.
this.
This to me is some of the most important like studies going on today. Is like the young people today have like less girlfriends, or not less relationships, less marriages, less sex by a ton. I mean, I'm talking huge amounts. Way less than our parents and way less than our grandparents.
Well, the grandparents is different. I think that religion plays a big part in it. With the
no, but they were
marriage
having
thing.
sex with more like different people.
Interesting. That's crazy to me.
But especially our parents' generation, that's kind of probably the most important one.
Why?
Why is that more important?
Oh no, you know what it is? It has to be masturbation though.
I don't think it is. I think it's
Free internet porn. It's like
no, but there was. First of all, there was porn in our parents' generation.
yeah, but like magazines and
No, there
like
was
cable
tapes.
TV, where it's like, or you have to buy everything. Internet porn is completely free,
Yeah, but people
very
had.
easy to get.
I don't think that's it at all, man.
You
I
don't think so? I think that's for sure it. What else could it be?
Dude, it's
the food
first of
we
all
eat or something?
the what?
The food we eat? Like what do you think it could be?
Well, first of all, there's a tons of the porn argument is not, dude. First of all, not everyone's even a no, man. That's not it. I don't think that's it. I think it's that literally, honestly, I think it's people. Dude, I literally think it's people can just so easily distract themselves and can just like sit on their phone all night and just watch a million different things that they're like, whatever. Dude, think about
No,
it.
you might be right.
Dude, like our parents, like you got home, you could watch TV with your family. After that, what else? Read a book,
Yeah.
do like whatever homework. That was it. Like people were social back then because they had to be. There was nothing, and especially in our grandparents, obviously all there was to do. I mean, there's other reasons too. Like obviously, whatever. Like people don't know how to conversate because of this shit. But
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, people are just lazy and they're like, it's too much work. Everything's so easy now that it's like, oh, that's actually going to take a long time. It's like, fuck it. I think that's it, man. And it's like, dude, because we all know people that just don't really do anything.
And they aren't that interested. You're right.
And they're not like sitting at home like thinking. What do? They just like fucking video games, computer, whatever. And it's like, I honestly think that's it. And most of the studies, like they point to other things like social media insecurity and
That probably plays a part.
Yeah, I'm sure all that is, but like
That sounds like a big part of it, though.
I think
What you
that's
said,
it, man.
It has to be,
dude, and it's frightening looking at like how drastic it is. Everything, and now, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen when all my favorite phrase, when all this is over.
Will it ever be over? I don't know, man.
Not really. Maybe sort. I don't know. Kind of.
It's fucking, man. Yeah, this has been a weird. I mean, this is like some of the dumbest shit I've ever said. But it's been a really weird year. But I feel like because we're all going through it, we're not allowed to talk about it. Do you kind of feel like that?
Yeah. At this point, it's such a cliche subject matter that I think most people shy away from it.
But it's crazy, man. I've had
there's nothing left to say.
I know. It's just fucked. It's just the whole thing's fucked.
Yeah, it is.
And it's making me just over everything. Like,
yeah, I know.
I'm beyond exhausted of all this shit.
Of course.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know how some people still have the fucking gall to keep going, the drive to even just keep canceling people for not wearing a mask. Like this, at this point, it's like, fucking do what you got. I mean, do what you got to do, man.
I know.
I'd rather fucking die than keep living like this, man, like that. I'd rather die of the virus than keep.
Well, if it was forever, yeah, of course.
But even if it lasts another, whatever, even if this sort of energy where people are roasting each other about it and you have to be worried about what you say and how you word things and what you say to what people, it's it's becoming just I don't know, everyone is a cop.
Yeah, that's true.
It's everyone.
It's a rat's paradise right now. It's
of course
snitch culture,
and it's very frustrating, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm someone who likes hanging out with people, and And I consider myself a pretty happy person, but I've changed. I feel like a lot, man, since this whole thing happened.
Yeah, I've noticed that. No, I'm kidding. Dude, I know, man. Like, yeah, you're right. There's really nothing to say other than that's all true. And unfortunately, to me, it seems like there was no reason for all of this, really, because none of it really worked. You know what I mean?
No, it didn't work.
Dude, you know what my rabbi said the other day that was like really interesting? He was like, why didn't God tell us when Moshiach, like the Messiah, will come? And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, well, there would be no true suffering if you knew when it would end. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. He was like, think about like any pain you have, anything horrible. If you knew when it was going to end, you had a countdown to it. It wouldn't be that bad.
That's fucking crazy. When was this? When was this conversation?
Yesterday. No, 2 days ago.
You speak with him on the phone?
It was just on campus.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. And I was like, man, that's exactly it.
Can I meet this guy at some point? This is like the third time you've told me something that he said that's like absolutely blown
He's got
my
some
mind.
great ones, man.
That's like some fucking prophet shit, man. That's like some like, see that in the book.
Yeah.
You know? Man, that's beautiful.
He's right. I mean, there's nothing you can really do with that information.
Well, in a way, doesn't it kind of make you feel a little better, though, in a way?
Not really.
Like, I kind of take that as like it only sucks because you don't know it's when it's going to end, but it will end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it depends, though. Like, certain things in your life, they don't necessarily end.
At least with this, maybe, though.
Well, with this, yeah, sure.
I mean, the craziest part of this whole thing is seeing how the people that were initially so scared, like the really old, like, I don't want to name names, but you're going to know what I'm talking about. So one of my ensembles played they're called forums. It's like we play for the whole jazz department. We had the last one before everything happened. And we didn't think much of it, obviously. But one of the teachers was sitting on the top of like a staircase, like far away from us and far away from everyone else. And I was just like, what the hell is this guy doing? After we're done playing, it's a huge ensemble. There's like 12 of us or something like that. It's a big R&B ensemble. And afterwards, we're all, hugging it out, saying good job to everyone, like in the actual band before, the department came over and people started saying good job to each one of us individually. This teacher came down from the stairs, looked me dead in the eyes, said nothing about my playing or anything like that. And he said, this virus is going to kill all of us. And then he left. And this was back like in the beginning of March, right before spring break. And this is a teacher who's already like retiring and already old and stuff. And I looked at another student and we were both like, this guy's losing his fucking mind, man. Like, can you believe how paranoid this guy is? Well, this whole fucking thing happens after that. And then we look like the naive idiots because he was right. It didn't kill all of us, but killed a lot of us. And then after all this, though, he gets all vaccinated. Now for classes, he's like, he doesn't care. Yeah. He's back in person with me. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, like, I don't mind. It's cool. But I just think it's like crazy to me that like seeing how some of the people who were the most at risk and scared at first, now with the vaccine and everything, they're chilling. And then we're still over here like having battles over, a 10-person party at someone's house and whatever. It just shows, man. Because if I told that same sentence that the teacher told me to another student, they would think I'm like a fucking idiot, like I'm losing my mind then. But now probably half those kids I talk to, more than half, would probably like call me out if I wasn't wearing a mask in public or some shit,
Yeah.
But then the people who started really paranoid, a lot of them are like, whatever, they're chilling now. So it's kind of crazy.
Very true, yeah.
All right, for the last 5 minutes before the break here, you want to talk about the movie that we're going to watch today?
No ZDs, man? We could do it quick.
Well, let's do ZDs just right after the movie.
All right, sure. This movie I saw when I was in first grade, and I have not seen it since. It's called The Red Balloon. Some people consider it like the greatest short film of all time. I think it's from Italy.
Really? Do you know when it... Well, you said it's silent, right?
Well, I don't think it's silent. I just don't think there's like any dialogue in it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely music, I think.
Is it black and white? When was it?
No,
when was it
definitely
made?
color. The Red Balloon.
Oh yeah, I don't know. There are probably movies that involved color before color existed. Like The Wizard of Oz before color was like, there's still like the red ruby shoes and all that shit. It was a very
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know it's red?
Well, they talked about it in the movie. The Yellow Brick Road before there was color.
It was
wasn't
black
yellow,
and white?
but it was black and white. Yeah. It's one of the first movies that was colorized, but it was colorized after. It didn't come out in color.
You're
Wizard of
sure?
Oz, I'm positive.
How
Came
long
out-
did it take to get colorized?
I think it was colorized in the early 50s,
When did it come out?
in the 30s.
Oh, okay. You got me.
Get fucked. But
Yeah.
anyway, but I mean, the red balloon sounds awesome.
The term is African Americanized, but
Oh my God.
I was sitting on that one.
Fuck, man.
I was like ready to fold it.
Oh, I love this show. You guys
Yeah.
better love this show as much as I love this show.
You guys better love this show.
Well, I know there's one guy that doesn't love it, man. And I was just DMing him.
Oh, that
But he'll
guy.
check it
Well,
out.
I don't know. He hasn't listened yet. He might like it.
I got to remember to fucking bleep out the name of that company, bro. I do not want to.
Yeah.
I'll go back
You
and do
want
it.
to
I just said it
poke
once.
the bear.
Yeah, but whatever. Fuck them, but also, like, maybe they're cool.
Maybe.
Well, maybe we'll have to invite them to Miami to get a beer. Beer at Duffy's, baby.
Okay. So
Name
yeah,
dropping.
the red balloon next, and that's it, right?
Yeah, we'll start with we'll do ZD's top 5.
Now
Well, after the break, we'll do ZD's top 5, and then we'll talk about the movie.
sounds good.
All right. So, see you guys soon. Peace. And we're back. Short one, 30 minutes. Nice.
You want to hear the CD's top 5?
Oh, you want to just go there? All right,
Yeah.
we'll come back to this movie. This movie won't be going anywhere.
So last night was Perm. You know what Perm is?
Oh, I had a cookie. Someone gave me one of the cookies.
Cookie.
The cookie. But I don't know what it is. What does it mean?
Have you never heard of it before that cookie?
Well, I heard of it. I just don't know what you do in it.
Yeah, it's not important. It's my least favorite Jewish holiday. So it got me thinking, like, what are the worst holidays? What are the best? So I'm doing top 5 most underrated holidays.
Okay. Well, okay. So for starters, you gotta go with Thanksgiving. I think it's slept on a little bit.
No, it's not. How is that underrated?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's just one of the more low key holidays. No, out of the capitalist holidays.
Well, okay, I guess there's no like big capitalist element, but like it's one of 2 holidays everyone comes to.
All right. Yeah. I guess you're right.
Also, Thanksgiving sucks besides for the dinner. The dinner's great. I love turkey, but besides for that, it's trash.
Okay, fine. We could shit on Thanksgiving today.
Rough start.
And what other fucking holidays?
These are pretty underrated.
Okay, are a lot of them Jewish?
No,
Because you have a lot to pick from over
Only
there.
I know there are a lot of holidays. Only one.
Huh. Well, I guess I'll name all my holidays and we'll see. Think about Christmas. Pretty underrated. How about Easter, man?
Nope.
How about like Halloween?
Nope. You're naming like the classics. There's so many
How about my
holidays out
favorite?
there.
Columbus Day.
Yeah, that's number 4.
Are you kidding me?
I love Columbus Day. Columbus Day is Italian Pride Day in New York. You know that.
Yeah, but that's very interesting. choice.
Yeah, number 4. It's fun because it's incredibly controversial.
Well, yeah, I get.
And there's only a couple. New York's one of the last places that still has it. Most places they're doing Indigenous Peoples Day, which I always thought was strange. They didn't just make their own holiday. Instead, would they want to? It's like would I want Hitler Day to be then Jew Day? I don't know, but
interesting.
White, you know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
But I love Columbus Day because
it's the same way that they made a female Ghostbusters, and people were like, "This is a great step." And it's like, well, just make your own, just have your own one.
Yep.
And then it's even better. And then people will remember you for that instead of everyone being pissed.
But there's a great Sopranos episode called Christopher. It's actually kind of considered the worst episode, but I think it's pretty good. And it's just Italians versus Native Americans. That's the whole episode, like the whole thing.
That's genius.
And it's all about Columbus Day. So yeah, number 4, Columbus Day.
All right. Okay, so now I'm starting to. St. Patrick's Day has to be in the list, right?
Number 2.
That's another big one in New York, man.
It's huge.
I mean, there's not a place in New York during that day you can't hear the bagpipes.
Is that Scottish? I think bagpipes are Scottish.
Whatever it is. No, there's bagpipes for St. Patrick's Day for the parade.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I mean, really no explanation needed. St. Patrick's Day is awesome.
Yeah. All right.
So that's 2 and 4.
Fuck. All right. Give me one of them ZD hints.
All right. Number 1, it was a recent one, and it's very underground.
Is it a Jewish one?
It's your people.
What's a recent holiday? Oh, Valentine's Day?
You think I would have that as number 1? Come on.
I know.
It's like the worst holiday ever.
I know it is. Oh, fuck. What was a recent holiday?
I think Catholic.
Oh, Ash Wednesday?
Yeah. I love Ash Wednesday.
I don't know. Is that considered a holiday, though?
Yeah. What else would it be?
I guess you're right, but I mean, I don't know.
Dude, Ash Wednesday is the shit. It's my favorite holiday by far. I was talking to you about it, right? Like every single year of my life, as long as I can remember, just get up, walk outside about 2.5 hours in, you see someone with some dirt on their forehead, and they're like, "Oh, today's the day." I love it, man.
Fuck, bro. Well, yeah, it is. It is probably the cultiest of Christian holidays.
It's sick.
Because it's like it's just like.
Also, I love Catholic holidays. Christian holidays suck. Catholic holidays, it's awesome.
It's just interesting to me. You walk around and it's basically just a bunch of people like, "Yep, I'm one."
Yeah.
Yep, I'm one.
Great.
But whatever, Christian value, whatever. It's religious. I'm interested in what the Jewish one is. You think I'm gonna get it?
I think you can. Yeah, it's my favorite one. It's kind of our Ash Wednesday. Like it really separates us. But it's less. It's less visual.
Is it Yom Kippur?
Yeah.
Where you fast?
Yeah. Number 3 is Yom Kippur. It's my.
Is it really your favorite?
I love it, dude.
You like the fasting part?
Yeah, I do.
Interesting.
Every
Separates
year, man.
the boys from men.
It's just such like a thing, and it's like, well, the only thing is though, you're supposed to like really, you're supposed to go to synagogue and really like repent and think about your sins, but it's so hard not to just lay in bed like and just like thinking about water and food.
You can't drink water?
No water.
Wow.
But yeah, I love Yom Kippur, man. It's great.
But you enjoy
the holiest day
the
of the
pain,
year.
Like it grounds you or whatever.
I will say what isn't fun is after you eat, the diarrhea that comes 20 minutes later.
Well, yeah, because your body's just your stomach is shrank. So any food you put into, especially if you put a lot of food, your stomach doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Man.
Damn. Okay. So there's one more left. So there's 5 left. Number 5.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. They all kind of have a similar kind of theme to it. All the ones you picked. What type of holiday is this last one?
It's a summer holiday.
4th of July.
Nice.
Oh, interesting.
Love 4th of July.
I don't know if I consider it underrated though.
Well, that's the reason it's number 5.
Yeah.
Because it's not the only. Well, now it's underrated because now no one does it anymore.
Well, yeah.
But really, only good memories of 4th of July. I mean, also like so little expectations for that. If you do nothing on 4th of July, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
It's not like all those other holidays like Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, where it's like so much like you gotta go all out.
Yeah.
It's like no, 4th of July, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I love that holiday.
And plus, even if you do nothing, you could still, if you want, just like drive around and watch fireworks. That's always fun. I've done that before.
I mean, if you don't eat a hot dog on 4th of July, you suck.
Americana.
You know?
As fuck.
What would you say? Hot dog, burger, ribs. What are you benching, starting, and sitting? Sorry, benching, starting, and trading.
Oh, trading. Okay. So, in my experience on 4th of July, ribs never made it to the event. It was always burgers and hot dogs. That was it. So, I guess what that would mean, I would trade ribs.
Yep.
Okay. It's so hard between the burger and hot dog because so for years I was the hot dog only kid. Then I was like the cheeseburger only kid. Now it's like I'll have a hot dog and a cheeseburger. So it's like where
that
do you
was
go
the
from
worst
here?
story I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's
Did
a true
you hear
story.
what you just said?
Yeah, I heard what I said.
I was the hot dog kid. Then I was the cheeseburger kid. As if these are kids that are like known. And now I'm both. So you're nothing.
I'm nothing. Yeah.
Glad I asked that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I'll
Pick one.
Okay, I'll pick the burger, the
Yeah,
cheeseburger, and I'll bench the hot dog.
I agree with that.
Well, what about you? Which
I was
kid
going
were
to
you?
say the exact same. I was always both, but burgers are definitely better.
Well, that's interesting because I mean it in the most unironic way. Like at one point, I was a kid who I didn't really like burgers very much, so I would only eat hot dogs. You never had? It's
No,
a classic
I didn't.
American thing. You're at the 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
And your uncle is like, "Hey, what are we putting on? Who wants a hot dog? Who wants a hamburger?"
Yeah, I know.
There's
that.
always the weird fucker that gets a hamburger with no cheese.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
for
that-
sure.
fuck
Yeah,
that
that's
kid.
odd. Yeah.
But yeah, and for years I was like, "Oh, I'll just have a hot dog" because I wasn't fucking with the cheeseburger.
No, I was always one of each at least.
So
I'm normally 2 hot dogs, 1 burger.
Damn,
Hot dogs,
okay.
you can really get them down.
you can get them down. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have hot dogs occasionally
cheap.
here because it's easy,
Cheap.
cheap, easy to. You just boil them. I know it's not as nice. but
Boil them?
Here we boil them.
You get that snap though with the boil. You get that.
I know.
No, that's a good thing. That's the only positive of
Is
the
it?
boiling.
Well,
Yeah.
no. This is the best.
I like that
What is?
char.
Where is this from? Is this American too, or is this like Italian? I would sometimes get. Man, I haven't thought about this in years. At my my aunt and uncle you met.
Oh, yeah.
At their place for the kids' birthdays, because my cousin Johnny has like a birthday right around the same time as 4th of July. So you'd have like this big party in the backyard. For an appetizer, they would have these cold little hot dogs that were like attached. They were like strung together. Have you ever had? You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah. No, that's Italian.
Yeah, that's Italian.
That's big.
Yeah, because they're pretty Italian.
Sausage. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had. Man, I want that again, bro.
Yeah.
Where can we get that down here? You think?
I
we
don't
can
know,
get
but
that down
I've
here?
seen those at the meat shops in New York. Like they're hanging from the.
Yeah,
the
but they're
ceiling
tiny.
and
They're
stuff.
tiny though.
They're
That's the
pretty
thing.
small. Yeah.
They're like this big, maybe a baby carrot size. At least the ones we got.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean they have
Yeah, the
bigger
ones
ones,
I've seen
too
are bigger,
sometimes,
yeah.
but it was classic. Is that like similar stuff in it to hot dogs? Do you think?
I thought those were like sausages.
Yeah, maybe they were just kind of more pork sausage, but it was always so good, and they're cold. It's like satisfying because it
Yeah.
has like the little like the pop, like you said.
Yeah.
That's what, man. I haven't thought about that in years. All right, man. That was a good ZD's top 5. That was the most, I think, different than the other ones.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the.
I just miss Ash Wednesday.
Dude.
I want it back.
One of these times you should just go along with it. No,
I know. I want to. One of these days I'll do it.
part of the opposing team.
Yeah.
But all right, man. That was a good one. You want to talk about this movie a little bit?
Yeah. Pretty great.
Yeah, so we found out pretty quick. I don't know if we said this in the first half that it was Italian, but it was French.
Definitely
we watched it with
French.
my roommate who is French Canadian. He was born in Montreal. That's apparently the way you pronounce it. Kind of cool.
Mont.
It's like Munster.
Yep.
But he was doing some translating and teaching us a little French as we watched. It was kind of fun. Man, that was like a beautiful movie.
Oh yeah, incredible.
It's like nostalgic almost. It was a pretty, I don't know. Like what would you consider like the story? Like, would you consider kind of, I don't know if abstract's the right word, but the plot was pretty like simple. I'd
minimalist,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, minimalist. Yeah.
I mean, I think the story is about love, right?
Yeah.
Kind of his first love is this red balloon, and then it gets taken away from him, and it has a happy ending at the end. But I don't know. I mean, this is kind of one of those movies that it's like you either really get deep into or you just accept it just plainly as it is, as just this like beautiful cinema, you know? I don't know. I mean, you could go either way. I kind of want to read about it. I wonder if there's like a ton of stuff about it. But I mean, for nothing else, it's like probably the best look at like 1950s Paris.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There is post-war. But it just, man, that movie just makes you smile. The kid is like so cute.
Yeah.
you know?
The outfits they had him in.
Yeah, the
it
outfits
was
are awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
Such little things too about the pacing that really like got you, in my opinion, engrossed in the movie.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, huge establishing shot of this beautiful area. Like you could see, it looks like some sort of like cathedral or something in the distance. Just, you know, you're kind of up on a hill, so you really just see like the sprawling parts of Paris.
Yep.
And in the kid, even though it's called the red balloon, you don't see the red balloon until a few minutes in. The kid climbs like a light post to get it.
Yeah.
But it's shot so like genius. Like it's just such a slow pan as he's going up. So like you assume the balloon's probably up there because that's the movie's name, but like you're not sure, and it doesn't show it like right until he's about to grab the balloon.
Yeah.
The movie's pretty slow in that regard. But I mean, it's only a 36-minute short film.
Yeah, honestly, this is like a movie that it's almost stupid to talk about.
Yeah.
Because it's just,
No,
you
you're right.
watch it and you're just like, wow, it's beautiful. That's it. Like, there's nothing really more to say. It's like, yeah, it's just a really amazing movie.
I like the idea though that it is about like love, because there's the part with the blue balloon, so there's like a little temptation almost, or like
Well, the way I was kind of looking at it, actually, I don't know about the blue balloon. That was kind of an interesting scene.
it's like a spin, right?
Yeah. The way I kind of saw it was like, so at the end when the balloon gets destroyed, that's kind of like, you know, love ending and being destroyed, and then all the balloons coming. To me, it was like him realizing, oh, there's other balloons in the world.
Yeah.
There's other people to love, you know? I think.
No, I see that.
I don't know, though. It's a lot of ways to look at it.
But yeah, the blue balloon scene is interesting because he wasn't really too interested in the blue balloon.
No.
He saw it and he walked right past it. The red balloon was interested in the blue balloon. To anyone who's not going to watch this movie, which I recommend you do, it's 36 minutes. It's on HBO, the streaming service. You know, just anyone here on campus, you have access to HBO for free. Just make an account with your school ID and just watch this 36-minute movie. It'll make your day a little brighter, especially, you know, when we were talking before the break about how has not been an easy time. It was actually kind of a nice little breath of fresh air. I always accidentally mess that up and say like fresh of breath air or some bullshit, so I had to stop for a second, make sure. But yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know what else there is really to say about it.
Yeah, it's great, you know. HBO, help a brother out, and sorry, I had to say it.
Is that like an actual thing? I've never heard that before.
I heard someone say it like years ago, and every time I hear HBO, I have to say it.
Help a brother out.
Either that, or I'll just call it HBOGO.
HBOGO. Well, now it's HBO Max. They took out.
I know.
HBO Max. It's still kind of fun to say.
Not really.
HBOGO is better.
Yeah, it's
though.
better, right? Buy one, get one.
Buy one, get one, baby.
So what are you giving it?
See, these type of movies, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Because this movie especially is so different. Maybe in the future we should do a short films bracket and add that other movie from last season that was so good.
I love that one.
It's hard for me not to give it like at least an 8. I mean, it was such a pleasant movie. I'm going to give it like an 8 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 8.4.
8.4. All right, look at that. That was the closest our points have been in a little while, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a pretty high ranker. I don't know. I watch a movie and I just kind of enjoy it usually.
Yeah, if there's any, I don't think we have any French listeners, but
no, we do. Actually,
we do?
Yes, we do.
Nice. Well, if we do, we're praying for Marine Le Pen's victory in 2021. That's our main political stance. Last season was all Armenia. Now we're all for Le Pen.
Do you want to tell? We have enough time that you could really kind of talk about this a little more. Do you want to talk about Armenia at all? We teased this in the first episode.
You mean that girl?
Yeah, you want to?
Sure, I could talk about the Armenian girl. I mean, it's not as great now, though.
I think it's a great story still.
No, it's a good story. It's just, I wish I told it when it was like.
I know.
It's sad when something's so great and then you kind of lose it. Doesn't seem as good, but I'll tell it. Yeah, I was at a Boxing Day party, or a real super spreader event, and. Do you know what Boxing Day is?
It's Canada. It's the Canada.
It's the day.
Right?
No, it's not Independence. It's just. Oh, it's actually England.
Okay.
And then Canada. I don't know how we didn't, but it's the day after Christmas. It's actually boxing because you're supposed to box up all the gifts you don't want and send it. Which sounds like a consumeristic thing, but it's like a very old holiday.
Thought it's like beat the shit out of a Canadian Day. That's
that'd be nice too. But Montreal. All this time I've been in Montreal. But yeah, man, I'm gonna start tearing up telling this story. But so my dad's wife is Canadian. That's why we do this. So my dad, his wife, my brother, and they invited their just like friends of theirs who I kind of know, like. Actually, they're not husband and wife, but they've been together for a while, and they have 2 daughters who are they're both like 20, 21. She actually, I think, might have been 22, but right around us. And so one of them looks like straight up Kylie Jenner,
really?
like
it's funny,
like a 10, like. But someone you don't want to even have a conversation with. It's not worth it. It's like, wow, yeah, that's great. And she talked like it too. So I was kind of like, all right, this is, I'm staying away from that. I've met these girls before, but briefly, right? Then the other one, beautiful girl, has like that cute laugh, nice face, Nancy with the laughing face, really.
I love that song.
Just a girl that, you kind of see and makes you smile. Kind of like this movie, So I'm just like, let's, why not? Let's go up and talk to her. So I start talking to her, just hit it off, just boom, 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 boom. It's just so rare, right? That things are just clicking easy. And, so at this point, like we're talking. I was like, probably like 3 or 4 JMOs in. I was just doing straight JMO, no ice. And she referred to it. I was like, what should I do? Should I do a glass of wine? She goes, stick with the JMO. I knew right then. She's the one, right? And they're part Armenian. That's how Armenia comes into this, which works too, because I think Kylie Jenner is part Armenian.
I think, yeah.
Because the Kardashians are Armenian.
I'm pretty sure.
So, yeah, then we break out the Trivial Pursuit, and they're like, all right, who's on whose team? And she's like, oh, me and Zach, we're on a team. So I knew right then, it's like, it's not just me imagining it.
There's a connection for sure.
Of course, yeah. And then from there, like, we went back to her place to get a joint. We go outside, come back, go outside, smoke a joint. We're totally drunk at this point. And it was kind of one of those things that was like so great, I didn't want to do anything. I was like, there's no point. Because the most I would have done, I mean, it would have been nice to kiss her, but it's like, why even bring that in? It was just one of those like sweet things. I was like, you know what? And man, it was just like, it was a heavy moment. It was a really heavy night. It's rare. It's so rare you meet someone that just like in the movies where you instantly just have that thing. I mean, it's really only happened probably a handful of times, Yeah. Like that instant thing. You can get there with a person, but
right away, it's hard, man.
Yeah. And then then that was it. They left, and I get a text from my dad's wife a couple of days later, and she's like, they came over. At this point, I went back to New York, and they were like, they were over, and she was pissed you weren't here. She asked for, she said, yeah, she was pissed you weren't here. Do you want her number? I said, yeah. And then we texted throughout like the whole break, and it was great. I remember one time I was like so drunk in Brooklyn, and I was on the train home, and I was texting her every time to stop. We'd stop so you could get reception. That was a nice moment. But man, it's like, and then we were texting even at the beginning of the semester, but since then we haven't. It's just like one of those things. It's like it's like when you both know, like, she goes to school in Colorado.
Yeah, it's like a huge distance.
She lives in Massachusetts. It's like when you kind of both know, but you don't care at the moment. But I think it would be tough to keep that up. I actually don't know what to do. She swiped up on my story yesterday of me like playing on campus, like the fire emoji. How do you respond to that? I just didn't.
But but that's just people like when they don't have much to say, but they want to start a conversation. At least that's my technique, ladies. If you see that, I'm kidding. I'm not that bad. Just responding with the built-in emojis to try and start a conversation as a guy is kind of futile.
It's pretty rough, yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was good for you to tell this story on the podcast because I thought it was just a beautiful, and it kind of fits really in line with this Red Balloon movie, like you said.
Yeah, it does. It just gave me hope that, like, because sometimes it really seems like you're just really on your own, and it's like it just seems like the odds are so against you, right? And then out of nowhere, you'll meet someone that's like, you know what, like, there's no reason to be hopeless just because you really have no idea what the future holds.
Exactly.
So no matter how bad things are, I'm sure you can find times in your past where things were just as bad or worse, and then they got better for a time at least, and you couldn't have seen it coming. So it's like, that was kind of one of those moments where I was like, all right, like, things like this can happen, and there's no point in giving up if you even if you have hope, like because those are the moments that really what it's all about, right?
Yeah, of course. But I remember getting those texts from Zach, and yeah, I think that was the happiest I've ever kind of seen you, honestly.
That night, man, it was, I've never felt like that.
You called me about it too.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you were texting me more about it when I was on the way. I think I was actually on the way to see my cousin in Manhattan.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was that day, I think. Or was I coming back? Yeah. It was something like that.
It was something like that. You're right.
But yeah, you called me. You said, like, I have to tell you this. And you spoke on the phone. You told me this whole story. And I was just so happy for you because, I don't know. It's been, like we talked about, it's been a rough fucking time.
A pretty horrible couple of weeks. Yeah.
And, I don't know. It's been, it was nice seeing you so happy. It'll come again.
It will, yeah.
I
think it will.
Honestly, I'm cool ending here. I don't know. Kind of sentimental episode.
On the rare wholesome note.
I mean, I don't know if we should end with misconnection. So boom. Ending with that.
Ending with guy looking for top.
Yeah, honestly. To the girl in the black yoga pants at Kroger.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching. And hopefully this episode was satisfying enough.
Yeah.
Talking about a short film, some happy moments, and then some really annoying moments at the first half. We quite the yin yang.
You're right.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
The first half was just angry and kind of sad, and the second half was nostalgic and happy. So, yeah, there's hope in the world. But thank you guys so much, and fa fa fooey.
Fa fa fooey.